like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So I'm recording this October 15th. We are 16 days away from Doctor Who Flux, the new season of Doctor Who dropping. Now it's called Doctor Who Flux. Can we now say this is not Doctor Who, right? I think that... Wouldn't that just make everybody happier, really? I mean, I guess. I mean, I have noticed weirdly that the fanatical supporters of this era are kind of turning on it in quite a big way. They're kind of mad about the lack of promotion. I just think the Rusty Davis news kind of proved how much of a failure it is. I think it really is just like there's no way around that, right? They're all like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go this. But anyway, so but they are making new series of Doctor Who amazingly, regardless of the breathtaking failure that they've experienced. They're like, you know what we're gonna do? We failed so incredibly. We're gonna just do it a little bit more for another couple of years, and then Rusty Davis will come back, and maybe we'll put it back together again. Hopefully, who knows? I mean, look, I'm a big on board for Russell T Davis. I got high hopes. It could be awful, right? Don't think it can't be awful. It could be bloody awful. He could be doing more of the same. Who knows? But anyway, that's not really what we're concerning ourselves about. That's going to be about my video on Sunday, by the way. We're going to look at Rusty Davis's somewhat bonkers acceptance speech for Gay Award. I'm not sure Gay Award number 16,043. There's lots of Gay Awards, but he did, but anyway, so he gave an exception. Anyway, that's going to be, and made everybody go, what? Wait, what? You think that? Made everybody quite a bit nervous. But that's Sunday's video. Today, we're going to be doing a preview of the upcoming season from, we're going to hear from Chris Chibnall himself, about bits of him from himself about what the hell's going on, what's the plan. Before we get into it, can you hit the like button? That'll be fan-freaking-tastic. Can you hit that share button? Also fantastic. You know, it's not often you get two fantastic offers in one morning, and now you do. You're welcome. Congratulations. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, that's the most fantastic, right? That's the most fantastic. Thank you very much. If you subscribe, thank you. I really am. I'm very, very grateful. I don't know how to say it in other words, but I'm really, really, very, very cool. You'll be seeing my gratitude soon. I'm just finishing up an Indiegogo, which is, oh god, just I want people to get their damn comics and like just to be good and printed right. And this is the most stressful time. So I've got that going on, but once that gets out, I'm launching a Substack, which is like a blog thing. But sign up for it. I do lots of comic stuff. I got a regular Doctor Who comic called Ice Warriors that for your delight and delectation. Although I got to color it now. I think about it. I started coloring it from episode like 6 or so. These are one-page strips. So I really got to go back and colour those first few. Anyway, I digress. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. There's nothing good. I just got all those things are good. Fine, let's have a look. Serial Thriller. This is from this month's Doctor Who magazine. We're going to be reading excerpts from this. If you want to read the full thing, I recommend you go and spend £10 bloody and buy your own copy, or get yourself a digital one. I wouldn't. But anyway, I don't know. It's like I don't really consider this Doctor Who, right? I feel this is messing with the corpse of Doctor Who, which hopefully will be reborn at some point. So why do I care? I don't know. It's like when you got a bad tooth and you can't stop, you can't not prod it with your tongue, right? That's what they're like. Oh, I bet that's gonna hurt. That really hurt. It's basically that. As Doctor Who, zoom in a bit, there we go, as Doctor Who, no, come back, and see, that's good Doctor Who, I want to see that, as Doctor Who, as the Doctor blasts back onto our screens, Christian with Jodie Whittaker and Mandit and John Bishop talk to us about an epic new adventure unlike any we've seen before. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot like ones we've seen before, right? I have a feeling it's going to be unwatchable garbage, right? It's like, again, in Judaism, in Jewish law, you've got the thing called Hazaka. Now, if something happens 3 times, you can expect it to happen every other time. The sun comes up in the morning and goes down at night, you can expect the sun to come up in the morning and go down at night. If Chris Chibnall has always been worse than you could possibly imagine he's going to be, At that point, you can imagine that he's going to continue being that. I can't imagine the scripts are going to be very good at all. But here, let's go through it, and I'll give you my sparkling commentary. The new series of Doctor Who may be a little shorter than we've been used to in recent years, but make no mistake, it's absolutely bigger on the inside. Well, that's a creative bit of writing. Okay, right. Adventure told across space-time and occasionally. Oh, where'd it go? Space-time occasionally in the realms beyond. So yeah, listen, they are indicating so heavily this is some kind of multiverse thing which they're going to use to wrap up this nonsense, I assume. Uniquely, it's also been the first time Doctor Who has told a single story across the entire series. So I do hear everybody going, what about Trial of the Time Lord? What about Key to Time? And now both those examples, Trial of the Time was essentially 4 stories with a linking bit. Is it one story? It's hard to. You can make that claim. Probably this is one unified story, which means you know how Chris Chibnall sets things up and doesn't pay them off for a long time. So that first episode, we're just setting stuff up, right? And it's going to have. It's not intended to give you a satisfying experience. It's intended to. It's not going to give you a beginning, middle, and end. It's going to be, which were boring in previous things. It's intended to be a part of a whole. They should have dropped it in one day. I'm surprised they didn't actually. So yeah, uniquely, first, I don't know. I think you want to compare to something like the Dalek Master Plan. That I mean that's equal in length, and scope to the War Games. Yeah, I mean, look, the War Games was 10 episodes, so that's, was it 250 minutes of screen time? This is, 6, 12, 18, 24, 300, 360. So that's the longest one. You got that, and then you got full part, so 3, yeah, so this is the longest single story, not the first one. Again, Dalek Master Plan and War Games, I think, are prime examples. What showrunner and head writer Christian describes as 6 chapters out of a novel. So yeah, he's telling you're not getting a beginning, middle, and end. This is designed for binge watching, and they're doing it weekly. God, and they're scheduling it at 8:30 against a much more popular drama. The impetus came from logistics because he's not a very good writer, right? At the beginning, we weren't even sure we could make a series under COVID restrictions. And that's what we were all hoping for. We asked ourselves, can we do it? Should we do it? How do we do it? I mean, do you like your paycheck? Then work out the answers, okay? Once we analysed it, we realised there was no way we can continue making Doctor Who in the same way. What? Unwatchable shit? Really? Well, okay. Hallelujah for that, I would say. Doctor Who is one of the most difficult shows to produce. Well, we can tell because you made a pig's ear of it. That's it. Okay, nothing is more apparent that it's a difficult show to produce other than your production of Doctor Who, which is very bad. To be clear, very bad. Remember, Doctor Who making me in the same way. Okay, Doctor Who is one of the most difficult shows to produce, and we were aware that the pandemic would make it even more difficult. We try to keep pushing the show every year. To get worse? let's make it more shit. Yeah, Timeless Children. Okay, we made it boring first year. Now let's make it boring and objectionable all at the same time. Well done, you pushed the envelope of suck. Ambition, but we didn't want to let the ambition of the show down. Believe me. Let it down. Everybody's going to be happier. But to continue with the previous number of episodes was financially, logistically, and operationally impossible. Yeah, okay, no problem. I realized there was no way to keep the ambition high, to move forward, and to play around with things. And that's why we've gone for this format. Amongst other things that enabled us to have more recurring characters, including villains and monsters. So they amortize costs, is basically what they're saying. Okay. We've used our resources as cleverly as possible. Well, I'm glad you think you're clever. With sets and locations. So yes, you amortize resources. Of course. Christopher's form. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Then we're skipping this. Talking about Oh yeah, we go so a bit. Talks about how he does serialized drama with Broadchurch. So then we have Mandip Gill come along. Story-wise, you can really get your teeth into it this time, agrees Mandip Gill. Returning for a third series as Halamesh's Police's finest. Yeah, she's the finest. Yasmin, Yaz Khan. I've been able to follow emotions through the storyline through, and the subtext of certain things. There is no subtext to your character! Right? There is no subtext to your character. You're the bestest ever, best at everything with brown skin and a vagina. That's your character, right? And you know, who had emotional problems and overcame them because she's the bestest ever. Fine. John Bishop 7. I've no idea. I've no idea what's in Chris's head to be able to write something like this. Yeah, we've all asked the same question. Okay. So episode 1 open up with a big mystery, fast pace. Oh, yeah. It's only going to be a series that hits the ground running. We're starting at the level you normally see a finale with cataclysmic events, and again, that's going to fail because you need to build up to that to make it matter. This sounds like Star Trek Discovery writing. Let's make it big! Yeah, well, I mean, I think the pinnacle of awful writing must be Star Trek Discovery Season 2 finale, when nothing made any sense whatsoever, and all of a sudden a spaceship came up and says, aha! And then they broke into a billion different spaceships. I mean, we've seen that with J.J. Abrams' Star Wars, you know. Big! Make it bigger! Yeah, no, you've got to build up to it. You've got to have emotional resonance. You've got to care about the people. Says Chris, it's a very different type of opening episode. In fact, it's hard to think of one that's similar in the show's history. Again, let's play this against the actual episode. So episode 1 with the big mystery. It's fast-paced, exciting, and full of questions. Yes, you mean you're going to be left very unresolved by it. Oh boy. This could be. I mean, again, everybody likes confirmation bias. I like confirmation bias. This could be unbelievably bad, right? Unbelievable. I mean, like the absolute worst way. Worst way you do. Some more logistic stuff. Yeah. Oh, Yasmin studying and brave. I'm going to be brave. Now I'm going to be funny. Now I'm going to be stunning. Look at me. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Fine. Ron says, sorry, Rolls gives a mini reset. Talk to Bradley Walsh. Because once they've lived that life for too long, they understand. So he's basically their way in. For the first day of it, Dan's basically like a big kid bumping into stuff, says John. I don't think that that's why the replenishment. Okay, I think that's why the replenishment of commanders is important. Yeah, okay, you're probably right. Part of John's screen test. Probably not seen in front of it. And blah blah blah. He's friends with Bradley Walsh. I don't think there's anything else on this page. Fine, yeah. This is all stuff we are planning on skipping. Sontarans are back. Sontara, ha. There's a nice little healthy bit of competition between Dan and Yaz. Yaz like, get the way. I want to scissor with the doctor in the TARDIS. And there are people from Liverpool show, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't replace Graham. He so replaces Graham. Shut up. Really? You saying it doesn't make it so. Character Dan. What did Chris ever tell John what qualities he thought he could bring to the role? Yeah, look, he's a human being, right? He's a human being. So this is this story set in the Crimea. I guess the Sontarans will be somehow involved in that. Chris explained it to me. I was very conscious, and Chris was very, very conscious that you're a comedian. Yeah, people will assume that everything you're going to say is going to be a joke. No, but you're there to, like, not be po-faced, which is essentially what the other two characters, what the Doctor and Yaz are. They are po-faced. As opposed to a real character. No one's a real character, right? I didn't want to do that because then you're a comic character as opposed to a real character. Don't worry! If he writes in jokes for you, they're not going to be good. He doesn't want to be a comedy character. That was one of the big attractions for me. The thing that's so intriguing about Dan for the Doctor, says to Jodie, that he's on the precipice of something something personally, and so is she. Yeah, this is all about her discovery of the timeless children. What's trying to work out with that? I mean, she's not really worried about who Dr. Ruth is, right? Timeless children, that's what she wants to know. Dan is addressing something about who he is, and you have someone who is who particularly at the beginning is just trying to keep up. But so it sounds like there's going to be lots of running around. This sounds like Doctor Who meets Star Trek Discovery writing. It really does. I think that's the way they're going to go with it. I suppose in quite childlike in a way. John has nothing but praise for obviously two co-stars. Listen, okay. Now listen to the praise and you get an idea of the current production. The amount of dialogue that Jodie can learn and deliver is absolutely phenomenal to watch. But she does it badly! I mean, like, she does it so, like, never mind the quality, fill the width. That's exactly what you're saying, right? That's exactly what you're saying. But in rehearsals, you see what she has to do to make the stuff believable. She makes nothing believable, and none of us knows what half of it means. It's very obvious. Okay, we can very clearly see it, right? You know, it's very obvious that again, Jodie treats it, in my opinion, like she's a Teletubby, right? Like it doesn't. It's a character that doesn't matter. For Chris, COVID has by necessity proves to be what the mother invention. One he hopes has had an invigorating effect on the show. Now, I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm wrong, right? But I am of the opinion that whenever you put constraints on a creative, on a professional creative, you get better results. Like it always, like one of the big trouble with entertainment in the last 10 years is, especially with like the Marvel movies, they're just throwing ridiculous money at it. It's you know, you should find inventive ways to get around a problem rather than just throwing money at it. So this could be bode well, but probably not. I reached a point where I thought to myself, well, this is exciting, he beams. The shape of the story becomes slightly different as a result of the restrictions. And interesting to yeah, listen, go with the flow. This is good news. But I mean, if it wasn't for Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill, it would be I might be optimistic. It's a series full of emotion, says Mandip. Yeah, sometimes I'm happy, and then sometimes I'm sad. Ooh, it's very hard. It's very hard. I don't really know how to do that, but I just pretend. And everybody says, well done, Mandip. You're very good. You're the bestest ever. It's full of revelations. Oh, God. No, you could do with less of that. I really think people will enjoy the story arcs. Really? I doubt that A, you think, and B, that you really think. And the overall story that runs through the episode, it's fast-paced. We've done so much running this time. Yeah, I think they're going to use that to cover over the plot holes, obviously. Jodie agrees that it's a series with a big heart. I love Chris putting the love into the show, well, after taking shit on it for 2 years. If ever you have an ability as a showrunner to make it personal, then make it personal. I really do love that. Oh, yeah, whatever that means. This season's going to take you on a labyrinthine adventure, she adds. Her final full flight aboard the TARDIS. The Doctor is going to find out things about herself and is going to face her biggest and oldest foes. Who cares? And she won't be able to do anything without Yaz and Dan standing by her side, or Yaz standing between her legs. Okay, get ready. The Flux is coming. So who is bringing this this incredible epic to screen? Let's go and look over here. Then we'll have a look at their IMDb over here. Doink. So we have everything's written by Chibnall, apart from episode 4, which is co-written by Maxine Orleton. After her sterling work with the villain Till 30, which was awful, right? It was absolutely awful. Who's doing the directing there? Jamie Magnus Stone delivers. He's doing. He's one director. I think he's doing 4 of the episodes, and the other 2 is that's Jamie Magnus Stone. And this guy, totally not a diversity hire, right? Totally not a diversity hire. Let's look at that. Azar Salim. So yes, okay, he may have a fashionable identity. Okay, he may have a very fashionable identity, but obviously, Obviously, he's not a diversity hire. He probably absolutely has such a great resume for working on Doctor Who. Let's have a look at what he's done, right? As a director, he's done a short in 2002, Limbo. He did another short in 2006. In 2005, he did a short, okay? In 2015, he did a short. And 2018, he did a short. And in 2020, he did a short. And then next year, he's doing all 6 episodes of Anazi Boys, which is an Amazon show for adaptation of a Neil Gaiman book. Listen, that's actually good. Some credibility at last, right? I'm not sure. Also, look, Neil Gaiman, he's very, very woke, isn't he? I mean, he did the Sandman looks like it's going to be a fantastic adaptation with a completely miscast black woman playing Death for no apparent reason other than he wants to virtually go. So it looks like more of the same. Listen, Azur Salim, I'm sure you're a lovely bloke, right? I'm sure you're a lovely bloke. I think if your name was John Smith and you're like white bread English, you probably wouldn't get the gig, right? And it's horrible to say that, but it's unavoidable, really. It's really unavoidable, and this is the horrible world that liberal progressives make. So there we go. That's our look forward to the season. The episodes individually are not going to make sense. They're going to deal with the timeless children. That's the impetus of it. Jodie Whittaker's not going to know what to do. Starts off with a big calamity and then builds from there. I'm kind of intrigued. I mean, it's going to be awful. At least it's only 6 episodes. All right? At least only 6 episodes. At least they're not dropping it in one day, so I can spread it out. But oh boy, last year was tough. One of us can make it through. I could probably make it through. At least it's quick. But yeah, you can be guaranteed they are using the speed to cover up the plot holes, right? And they're not going to do it very well. How am I predicting this with such incredible accuracy? I've seen all the rest of Chris Chibnall's Doctor Who, and that's how I'm predicting with incredible accuracy. Will it exceed their expectations of suck? Probably. Probably. Who knows or dares to dream? 2 weeks, we will find out. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.